Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. So today we'll head on with chapter 10th of 8th class polity ncert. Its heading is Law and Social Justice. So what is the gist of this first chapter? The story of shirt from class 7th book illustrates a chain of markets linking cotton producers to shirt buyers. Many involved in the production faced exploitation or unfair situations. Government laws protect people from exploitation, ensuring fair practices are minimized in ensuring fair practices and minimizing the discrimination or exploitation in markets. This highlights the importance of law and social justice. So if you want, you can pause the video and have a look at this table. Okay. Law plays a crucial role in ensuring fair wages for workers in the market. Private companies often deny workers their rights and wages, which is considered illegal or wrong. Minimum wages are a legal requirement that employers must pay workers at least the minimum wage, which is revised annually. These laws protect the interests of producers and consumers, ensuring that the relations between workers, consumers, and producers are not exploitative. The minimum wage for construction workers is essential to ensure fair treatment. The government must enforce laws to protect the weak from the strong, such as fair wages and protecting workers from employers who may pay less than fair wages. These laws, often based on the Indian Constitution's fundamental rights, aim to ensure social justice by controlling individuals or private companies. For example, the right against exploitation prohibits low wages or under bondage, and the Child Labour Prevention Act banned children under 14 from working as domestic servants or in hazardous occupations. However, only 3 state governments have published plans to rescue and rehabilitate children working as domestic servants, and 74% of child domestic workers are under 16 today. So, over 8,000 people died in a poisonous gas explosion in Bhopal. So, we'll now discuss about the Bhopal gas tragedy. If you want, you can pause the video and have a look at these pictures and what is written in the snippet inside this black box. Okay, so over 8,000 people died in a poisonous gas explosion in Bhopal, India in 1984. Most were from poor, working class families, with nearly 50,000 still too sick to work. Many survived, developing severe respiratory and eye disorders. The explosion was the world's worst industrial tragedy, akin to the 1984 Bhopal explosion when Union Carbide's methyl isocyanate gas leaking from a plant. So, what is a worker's worth? Okay. The Bhopal disaster was largely due to Union Carbide's decision to establish a plant in India, despite the fact that wages in the US are higher than in India. This led to lower working conditions and safety measures, such as malfunctioning safety devices and a reduced work crew. The plant safety system in Bhopal relied on manual gauges and human senses, while Virginia's plant had computerized warning systems. The low compensation to victims may be due to the perceived worth of an Indian worker, as one worker can easily replace another due to unemployment. Okay. Enforcement of safety laws. New laws to protect the environment as a public facility, and then conclusion. Okay. The Bhopal gas tragedy highlights the lack of safety laws in India, with employers often disregarding worker safety in workplaces. The government's duty to enforce safety laws is to protect the right to life guaranteed under Article 21 of the Constitution. However, safety laws were lax in India, and even weaker laws were not enforced. Government officials refused to recognize the plant as hazardous and allowed it to occur in populated areas. The government's role as a lawmaking and enforcement agency should be to protect workers' interests, and stronger laws are needed to protect workers' rights. Environment as a free entity, industries could pollute air, water, and groundwater without restrictions, disregarding health and safety. The Bhopal disaster highlighted the need for new laws to protect the environment, holding polluters accountable for damage caused. The Indian government introduced new laws recognizing the environment as a shared property and not destroyed for industrial development. Courts upheld the right to a healthy environment as a fundamental right under Article 21 of the Constitution, including the right to pollution free water and air. Court orders on environmental issues can negatively impact livelihoods, such as in Delhi, where industries closed due to pollution, leading to job losses and unsafe conditions. To ensure a clean environment, the governments should support cleaner technologies and impose fines for polluters. Vehicle emissions also contribute to pollution. Laws are essential in various situations to protect people from unfair practices by private companies and contractors. The government plays a major role in controlling these practices by making, enforcing, and upholding laws to ensure social justice. However, weak and poorly enforced laws can cause serious harm. People can exert pressure to ensure both private companies and the government act in the interests of society. For example, the right to a healthy environment and workers' rights should be extended to all. Advanced countries are relocating toxic and hazardous industries to developing countries to take advantage of weaker laws and keep their own countries safe. So, thank you so much, everyone. So, here chapter ends. If you want, you can have a look at the glossary section of this chapter to better understand the terms which are important for our examinations. So, thank you so much, guys.